Hello everybody, welcome back to day number 4 already. Thank you for being there. It means that you already did course number 1, course number 2 and course number 3. I'm very excited that you made it this far already. This is the last module and then I have a really nice bonus module for you as well inside of this course. So stick with me. This course is about getting clients. If you want to get clients, how do you do that? Well, either you inspire by doing stuff and that's for free, but to do that it takes a lot of time to build up. I've been busy with my vegan activism channel and I've been doing that for 8 months about now and I'm almost having 300 subscribers. So fact is, if you do stuff for free, even if you create the best stuff possible, if you don't have a big list of people who watch it or can share it for you or can promote it, it's hard. Even if you mail all the bloggers, if you mail the bloggers, they might pick it up, they might not pick it up. Like, your content has to be really amazing for other people to post it and reshare it. So inspiration takes time. So you can push that by creating inspirational stuff and advertise with it, market it, promote it. And in the past, advertising was only done by promoting your product. But today, advertisement is done by inspiration or giving or doing something special and being something different. Look at Spotify, for example. I was taking a shower this morning. I like to put Spotify on in my bathroom while I'm waking up and listening to some nice music. They start off with, this advertisement is brought to you by blah, 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 and this will allow you to listen 30 minutes absolutely for free. It's like these people, they advertise their brand not just by giving a product, they show you a little commercial of 20-30 seconds, but after that they buy you space to listen for free. So they're giving you things. Advertisement is done differently today than it ever was. Why? Because there's a lot more people caring about their customers and bringing them way more value. So if you want to stay on the if you don't want to go on the bandwagon and you want to get left behind, do it the old school way. You're just not going to get any clients. So it's important to learn how to do this and how to create content that brings value to your potential customer, inspire them that way, put some money behind it and advertise it. Because if you look at my Facebook group, for example, of the day of creating it, I invested €1,000 right now by pushing my inspirational messages. And this way, within a month, I got over 250 members inside of my group, over 1,000 page likes. And it's just because I keep investing money out of it. I even got some customers out of it that I help with their business, building their business and guiding them to the success that I know they can achieve. And just by applying simple strategies that you learned in this course. So marketing is the only way to grow your business. And marketing is nothing more than looking for the attention of your potential consumers. And if you can do that by paying and forcing your attention on somewhere, it's better than depending on luck and waiting for people to find you. You should find your client and not the other way around. So about clients, it's the exact same thing. Who is your dream client? Identify your dream client. What are their experiences? Like, how does their lifestyle look like? What is their age? If you try to target and market a client that is between 18 and 80 and likes sport, well, you might get somebody who likes to watch sports, but not actually sports. So you can sell your sport products to somebody, but now he's never going to buy anything from you because he's not interested in sporting himself. He just likes to watch. So the details about your client, what do you want, how do you want it, what's their age group, even give them a name and even search a picture on Google. I got this from Russell Brunson, and it's really like the theory, and probably you all agree, you get what you attract. You attract what you think about, what you want. And if you're looking for the right thing, if you're looking for your dream client, then you're actually going to find ways to attract that dream client into your business. When I look at my business, I first started by giving away free coaching to everybody. Why? I could gain experience, I could put my name out there, create more awareness, people started talking about me, people started bringing other people inside of the group, I got reviews, I got testimonials. It's slowly creating awareness about the brand of the whole vegan entrepreneur and everything that I'm doing towards creating a better world. And that's my marketing. But I did it by inspiring people, then putting money behind it, and then creating awareness. That's how I got my first clients and first customers. So to attract your dream client, let me write that in Red, the dream client. The client that will actually pay for your services, or the client that actually will help you build up that vegan organization or non-profit thing or whatever it is that you want to do. You have to first figure out who it is. Who is your dream client? That's what I just talked about. The whole profile. Make that profile. You can spend a week on it, doesn't matter. It's better you spend a month on building this profile and really identifying who you want. And every month, when you start your business, retune it, redefine it, because you might think this is your perfect client, but maybe it's something totally different. And slowly by testing and trying out, you figure out who are the clients that actually convert. Because what I did so far with the free coachings, most of the people never intended to buy something from me in the first place at all. Doesn't matter, for me it's the experience and the testimonials that I wanted, but it made me realize and learn that I was not marketing it in the right way, and therefore I created this whole course. And this is something that I don't have to do the basic coaching, because I tell this to everybody every single time. And that's the thing, like I spent every time, I did over 30 sessions for free now for the vegan entrepreneur, and each time I have to explain this concept and try to build their business. And right now with this course, I only do it once. I invest a full day into creating this, but now it's there. So now we can skip this whole part and actually talk about the stuff that matters more, and I don't have to re-explain everything to you. And if you're ready with this and you're ready to go to the next level and then you want coaching, well, then you're already more of my client. You're higher on the awareness ladder, you're higher on the awareness ladder about me, about yourself, about your business. You know more and you're willing to do more what it takes because you know what you're gonna get. So, who's your client? We know that. Now the next step we have to figure out is, where are they? Where do they hang out online? Everybody's online, and the biggest platforms are YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Medium, Pinterest, Twitter. What else do we have? The podcasts. Where do your clients hang out? Which influencers do they listen to? Which products do they buy aside from the product that you give, the type of service? So imagine I'm making footballs, soccer balls, and from these footballs, I don't make shoes, but everybody who buys soccer shoes buys footballs or needs a football. Or I'm in a really high-end market and I'm selling really nice custom-made suits. Well, everybody who wears a suit often wears a tie. So the tie market is not that good. But cufflinks are only worn by people who wear the more expensive type of suits. So it's a product in my niche, but kind of different than what I do, and it really isolates the customer. So if I want to sell high-end suits, I would get cufflinks for cheap and try to give them away for free plus shipping or something, so I can build a list of clients who actually want to buy in the future from me because they're interested in these type of products. It's what the $1 shave club or $1 beard shave club or something like that. They did the exact same thing. They started their company about 3 years ago, did a really cool advertisement, just YouTube it, it's amazing. They got this as bait, they got the people in, and right now they sold their business for $1 billion. $1 billion. And it's just because they've applied all these strategies in the right way and really knew what they were doing. So once you know who your customer is and where they hang out, the question is, and I already talked about it, what can you use as bait? What can you create to attract these customers? And when you're a company that sells whiteboards and office chairs, office supplies, you can supply information and content or services. You can make a deal with a chiropractor, do things like that, and figure out create something. And in the suit industry, what I just talked about, it's the bait. In the $1 beer club, it's people who actually buy razors. Well, if I have a really high-end kit to take care of my beard, people who want to get these special razors, they will be my clients, so that's perfect bait. So that's why today you see on the internet free webinars, free basic courses, free... right now, this is my bait. This whole course is my bait, and you are my perfect customer. That's why you're in here, and that's why you made it to module number 4. So figure out the bait, and then it's about the value ladder we discussed already in the previous module. Where do you want to take them? You got them to buy something. or you gave something to them. Now you have that list. Now what? Now where do you want to take them? What do you want to do with them? I want to take them to my inner circle for 25,000 euro a year. But I know that's going to take me 5 to 10 years before I achieve that. But I know where I want to take it. I know where I want to go and grow my business, so I can actually implement strategies that will help me get there and generate the results that I'm trying to achieve. So once you do that and you know that and you apply that to the value ladder that we explained in the previous module, it's time to actually get some content out, to get some marketing materials out. And maybe it's advertising an advertisement, maybe it's advertising a video where you inspire somebody. It doesn't matter what the content is, as long as it attracts people and as long as it's in line with your business or you know why you're doing it, you can actually advertise it. So for advertising, you will have to respect the platform. And that's what I see so often when I analyze their profiles. A lot of businesses just say, they try to sell. But nobody's gonna like a page where people are only asking stuff and not giving. Gary Vaynerchuk wrote a whole book about it. Jab, right hook. Buy this book, study it, it's super valuable. It will teach you what to post, where and how. But the important message is that you have to respect the platforms. And Facebook is a social platform that is about sharing things with each other. So if you just start asking, people don't want you asking because they're used to sharing their own life, their own image, and maybe it might be self-centered from the people who you see making selfies or whatever, but they're sharing stuff. And that's the thing with Facebook. If you post something on YouTube and then you do this exact same movie on Facebook, well, with a link, that's even worse. Like you just basically put the link from YouTube and then share it automatically on Twitter, on Facebook, on your Instagram or whatever. It's not possible on Instagram, but you know what I mean. If you share it automatically from Instagram, you make a picture, you share that on Twitter, and you share it on Facebook, and you do all these things, you're not respecting the platform. Each platform has its own way of communicating with its users. Snapchat is different than Twitter. Twitter is different than Instagram. Instagram is different than YouTube. The people who watch YouTube are different people that spend all their time in their Facebook groups. So what is the platform that you're on? And how do the successful people create their content? And then again, reverse engineer that and start by that. And then start the 80-20 rule by experimenting 20% of the time and 80% of the time doing what successful people do until you found something that is more successful. So once you know the platform and you know what to do, and then you start to get some results, you start to get some feedback, and then you get the confidence to actually put some money behind it because you know what's going on. Then it's time for advertising and spending money on getting these clients. And to me, right now, the best place in the world to advertise is Facebook. And let me explain you why. Because if you advertise in a newspaper, a local newspaper, let's say local newspaper. If you advertise in the local newspaper, hypothetically, just to make it easy to explain, you pay €100 for 100 readers. So, €100 for 100 readers. Now, you sell expensive suits, and from these readers, it's a high-end newspaper, let's put it that way, but still, not everybody buys €2,500 suits. So, from these suits, maybe 10 people are potential customers. From these 10 people who are potential customers, this means that now you don't pay €100 for 100 readers, you actually pay €10 per potential reach, because the other 90, they don't matter. They're never going to be a customer, they have no interest in your product, and they will never warm up to it because they just have different values, different core beliefs. They're just not interested. So you don't pay €1 per reader, you actually pay €10 per reader. So that's already a huge shift in the money you're advertising. So from these 10 potential customers, let's say 3 people actually check on your website. You know the average conversion rate from somebody checking out your website and actually buying something? Or they might enter your shop, let's put it this way, because this is more offline, old school stuff. So 3 people actually enter your shop. Now, how many people in the store, how often did you enter a store and actually bought something? I think if you calculate the amount of times you go to a city and the quantity of stores you actually entered and the products you came home with, you'll be surprised that probably it's like 1% or something that will actually end up buying something in the store. Or let's say it's 10%. Well, if it's 10% and 3 customers do that, it means it's 0.3 0.3 people would actually buy when you invest €100. That means you would have to invest about 3 times as much. So that means for one sale you would pay €300. Now if you sell €2,500 suits, that's fine because you have a high margin. But if you sell ice cream, it sucks. So this is one way. Now let's do it the Facebook way. On Facebook, I'll advertise, and I'm not advertising to 100 readers because Facebook has almost 2 billion people on there. And if I have an internet business, or if I change my business and have a local business, plus I'll start doing stuff on the internet, then what suddenly happens is that I can make an advertisement, and I can just go here and I say, okay, the advertisement, in my case, let me show you my scenario. What I want is I want to work with people, my dream client, so let's go here. I want to work with people who are interested in veganism. And I do a really simplistic version. I'll have more courses about it later, but I just give you an example. So everybody, so that's 2 billion people, because I'm advertising worldwide. Because for me, I'm doing it on the internet. If you speak English, that's fine. So I advertise to everybody who speaks English. So, who speaks English, who's interested in veganism, but, so they need to have this, but they also need to be interested in entrepreneurship or digital marketing, and these are ORs. There's entrepreneurship or digital marketing, etc. You can come up with a whole list, but they also have to be interested in like YouTube and these things, because if these people are not interested in YouTube, then it's likely that they're not that interested in social media and all these things. And I want to get as targeted as possible. So it's better for me, like, of course, the other people who might not be interested in YouTube will also be interested, but maybe it will cost me 10 cents to put my message in your face on Facebook. But now suddenly it only costs me 1 cent, which means I can invest 10 times as much. So that means if I would invest €10,000, that's equal to me investing €100,000. So it's about thinking about the big numbers. The small details really matter. So that's also where the good marketers make the difference from the bad marketers. So also interested in YouTube, but then I also want people who are already a bit warmed up about things, people who are pumped about self-improvement, people who want to become better. Because again, the more specific I can go, the cheaper my advertising costs will be. And if I'm playing in a pool of 2 billion people, I will still get a lot of people coming out of this pool. So veganism, entrepreneurship, digital marketing, YouTube, and for example, Gary Vee or Tony Robbins, and you can go on and on and on. Facebook has collected so much data that now I can filter through all of these things. And the best part is that, of course, I care a lot about veganism, and I wouldn't want to do some marketing for a butcher or anything. So maybe a butcher researched a bit about veganism, but he's an entrepreneur, he likes YouTube, he's inspired by Tony Robbins and Gary Vaynerchuk, but I add a but. I will exclude people who like fishing, hunting, and McDonald's. And these things is not that they only need to McDonald's. So we understand it. What they do is they will exclude people who are into fishing, hunting, and McDonald's, and they will. This will limit the thing. It's like you'll be surprised how much people are interested in all of this, but also interested in this. So we take them out, we cut them away, and it's like it reaches my target audience way better. It's how I reached you, and it's likely that you follow any one of these or something in this ID, but you're not interested in anything like this. So the next step is funnels, and I will break this for a few seconds because my neighbor is outside and I have to help him. So I'll be back in a second. So I'm sorry about that, we're back. I hope you understand now how easy it is to target, because now suddenly you don't pay €300 per acquired customer, but if you apply this exact same module and you get €100, 100 people, suddenly you take this whole step out and these are all potential customers. So you get for €100 in the exact same example, and don't look at the numbers for the quantity of how much it costs, because Facebook advertising can be extremely cheap right now and you can get amazing results. But just to compare the exact same thing, by cutting out this top part and not having 10% of people reaching your message, but 100% of people getting your message, suddenly everything changes. Because going from 100 potential customers to saying, what did we say? We said that from 10 to 3, okay, so we said that 1/3 of the customers would potentially buy something. Did I say that correctly? No, would go into your store. So that means that it's 1/3, so separate by 3, would be 33 people. And then from these 30 people, 10% would actually buy something. So that means 3.3, which means that suddenly you get over 10 times more people to buy your stuff, to buy your products. So knowing how to, now you can target so well, it means that you can convert way easier, which means that you can get your clients way easier. And that's a game changer. That Facebook and the digital world created this for us is something that is allowing every single individual to create their own business in a really easy way. And it doesn't have to be a big business, but having a business that just creates enough income for you to do what you want whenever you want to do it, that's freedom. And freedom is what I'm looking for in my life, because that means that I can spend the time on the things that matter to me most. And that today, vegan entrepreneur and the whole vegan message is the thing that I'm most passionate about. So this allows me to do this and build this business, whereas in the past, without the whole digital thing, it would be so expensive for me to build something. And the chances of me doing it and the risk involved to me doing it are so much higher. So that's a little part about Facebook, and I will make more courses about Facebook. So don't worry, I'll explain you everything. I'll explain you step for step how to do it in other courses. But right now I want to talk to the next step, because you advertise on Facebook and you manage to get people from Facebook to your website. And most people who have a website just have a website. And it's because they don't know better. The websites are really the thing that when the internet came out, suddenly people discovered that they needed a website, and this little pattern got stuck in their mind and they don't catch up with what's happening now. Right now, we don't use websites anymore. Right now, the people who sell use funnels. Funnels. And what's the difference between a funnel and a website is that a website is basically just your business card. A website is just, you go there and you have to figure out yourself what to do. A funnel is a guided process of taking people from somewhere and let them go somewhere else. So let's say this is your business. If people just enter your website, they might have no idea where they have to look, what they need, what they want, how they want it. But if we try to look for each product within our industry, within our business, and e-commerce stores, it's slightly different, but that I'll get to later in other courses. But the general idea is that you've got, again, 2 billion people connected to the internet, almost on Facebook. So in Facebook, in this scenario, there's 2 billion people on here. So then first, you advertise to a cold target group who doesn't know anything about you, and you advertise and you try to see which people inspire you, who are inspired by you. Then some people start following you and you build up a following, you are building up a list. Then from that list, you will guide them through. You will warm them up even more, you will send them content, you will send them more stuff, and you don't have to pay for it anymore, because here it's paid and here it's free. So the list is for free. From that list, you get a certain amount of people that will actually become a customer. And from that customer, you will get a certain amount of people who want to go and take the next step and get one-on-one coaching in my case. And then from that, you will get people who will actually go and, pay 25,000 for the program. So this is basically a guided sales process. And let me explain to you, if you look at this, this is quite simple. This is easy to get. But now let me explain to you how I constructed my basic funnel to get people inside of the vegan entrepreneur community and how I got you inside of this software. I start by creating inspirational content. So I do that here on Facebook and I'll advertise it. So I invest some money to actually get you to see it, because if I don't have any followers, then it's really hard for me to bring you there. Now, I try to create content that leaves a reply, and when you reply, I've got a system in place that will send you an automated message on Facebook, and I will collect your information. And that's something you didn't know, but Facebook and software tools, they try to figure, like Facebook doesn't necessarily do that as much, but it's more that the software tools, the marketing companies, the ones that are really on the top of the top, are trying to create ways for you to get and build a connection. Once I'm connected with you on message, you are on my Facebook message list. And then, if you're on my Facebook message list, the moment I finish this course, I can send you a message, hey, check out my free course about entrepreneurships, goals, reaching success, etc. I can just send it here, and that's free advertisement for me, directly. Just because I've been, for the past month, creating content, getting replies, sending messages, and then allowing my marketing tool to send in bulk at the same time to everybody. Just the same way we send emails, but now it's directed through Facebook Messenger. What's the good thing about the Facebook Messenger is that people will delete their emails, or it might come in their spam. But everybody checks this. Everybody checks their little red button on the top of their phone or on top of their screen and read that message. If more people read it, more chance people click on it and actually take you up on your offer. So the more people open it, the more interesting it is. And that's why you don't have to do what everybody does, but you have to try to find out what's the new thing, what's going to be trending. When you do that, you're ahead, and I'm sure in time they will prevent something against this, or change it, or do another way, another system, or you can unsubscribe from people and you don't consume as much anymore. So when that happens, it happens the same with email. The click rates, if you hear Gary Vaynerchuk talk about it, his click-through rates were over 90% in the beginning. That means that the open rates, the fact that people opened their email was 90% of the time. And then his click-through rates, the times that they clicked on his links to go to his offer, I don't remember which percentage it was, but if you get 90% of the people to open your message, that's amazing. Because that means 90% of people actually saw your message. And I know you might feel like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to spam people. I don't want to send these things and blah, blah. But the only way you can do this, the only way you can build a brand is by marketing and selling to people. And getting your message out there, as long as you stand behind your message and you're proud of the thing that you're doing, then it's not spamming per se. And even if it is, a famous marketing term, and marketing gurus always say, if you didn't piss anybody off before 12, you're not marketing hard enough. And if other people do it, then they will win from you. And that's the thing, it's competition. So entrepreneurship is always competition. If you're in the same business, even though I'm in a vegan business, I want to help people and change the world and do all these things, I'm competing against everybody else who is inside of this business of helping other people grow and helping other people learn. Tony Robbins is a competitor of mine. Gary Vaynerchuk is a competitor of mine. They're my mentors. I learn from them. I study them. But still, their clients could be my clients, and my clients can become their clients if I don't bring enough value to my clients, and they do bring more value to my clients, so they are switching over. So getting your message out there, communicating with your clients, it doesn't matter, because the clients who are a fan of you will be happy to receive your mails and your messages, and the clients who are not, they will unsubscribe from you, and that's fine. So don't be afraid to send these messages. But I built up this community and I set up this system. That's part one. But also through here, I try to get people inside of the Facebook group. So through that, I create another way for me to share my content, share my message, become an inspiration in a group where I don't, most platforms, like YouTube. YouTube, you create a following. Instagram, you create a following. Facebook pages, you create a following. But if you manage a Facebook group, you create a community. It's not that they're following me, it's I'm allowing them a network to communicate with like-minded, damn, that's the second time already, like-minded people that share their same interests. So from here, I created two things that I can market myself relatively for free, even though I put money behind it in the first case. Then I go here. So now I've got the advertisement. So I actually run a true ad. So this is not an inspirational video, this is just an ad. Go to the course and get your course for free. I will advertise this directly. I've been doing inspiration, I've been jabbing, giving value to all these people, inspiring them. And now I've inspired them enough and I've brought enough value, I'll advertise for them. And once I advertised, I will get people who want access to the free course. I already put it on while recording this, before I even published it, before it's done, I just put an advertise, working on the course right now, I put in a list of the modules. Who wants to be the first to access for free? You get a link first. Already people start replying because I've built up this community and built up this inspiration to do that. So even without running that, I have the chance of converting people from this group into potential customers. Then, once the ad is out there, I'll send people to my landing page, my website. On the website will be a VSL, which means a video sales letter, and the course title, and an opt-in form, which means they can put in their email address and their name, send, and they get access to the course for free. Now actually it's not really for free because they just gave me their email address. And that means they've been added to my list, which means I can then take them without the paid advertisement, add a $ here as well, without the paid stuff, I can advertise and retarget to them. So maybe out of the 100 people that sign up, only 5 people buy, but that means I still have 95 people who could potentially become customers, because unlike a newspaper that just gets thrown away in the trash or TV ad that flashes by and is gone, I have 95 people on my list now, which then I can start to resell. And if I can only convert 10% of the people of that list, it means I'm getting an extra 9.5 customer every 100 clients that I get. Not in the first time, but in the second or third or fourth round. So that's an amazing thing. And maybe they don't like this course, but maybe they will like the next course or the other course. Or I can ask them, what do you guys want? What do you want to learn? Create the stuff they want to learn and they will buy it. They will sell it or they will use it or look at it. I'm giving this away for free because I believe we're in an age where there's so much information that I'd rather have you watch my information than you having to pay for my information. So it's a whole different perspective. But I like this information to inspire. But of course, afterwards, I'll give you the tools to actually create all of this. And then maybe 90% doesn't want anything, just enjoy the free course. That's fine. But I've got your email address and I hope we're gonna stay in contact. I hope you're gonna join the group. I hope you're gonna be inspired. And I hope maybe next year or the year after, you're ready in the awareness letter. You're like, okay, now I want to do this. Now I want to be that, or now I feel like I can do that. And eventually you'll join. So it's not for everybody, but if 10% joins, that's really, really good. So from here, you go there and you get an email, you go to a thank you page, and from the thank you page, you get a link, and from the link, you will go back. I'll just do like this. It means that it's from a link. You go get a link for course module number 1. So that's C1. Okay, then you got C1, C2, C3, C4, and then afterwards, I still have a bonus for you. So this is what you're gonna get. But it doesn't end there, because every single person that came from here and landed on here will be registered by something called the Facebook Pixel. And the Facebook Pixel is a tool that Facebook developed to allow you to register every single person that comes on here. So then I could start an advertisement campaign, an ad campaign, to everybody who visited the landing page, but never came to the thank you page. So now I can run a whole advertising campaign against people who came here but chose not to opt in. I know they're interested in these type of things, but they just didn't want to opt in yet. So I can create different pieces of content and start advertising things like this, inspirational stuff, to these type of people and try to get them converted and get them in my funnel anyway. So to get them to the next place where I want to take them. Now this system you can use exactly for this as well. If they go to course number 1 but they don't go to course number 2, you can create a whole advertisement system. Go watch course number 2. If they go to course number 3 but never to 4, do the exact same thing. You can combine everything you want. That's Facebook. But if you were here, it means I've got your email address. It means I've got your email. And once I've got your email, it means I can start sending you emails trying to communicate with you. Now, of course, you have to not, some people do this and they send me an email every day. Well, I delete them really quickly. But one really successful guy, Tim Ferriss from the 4-Hour Workweek, he sends, for example, a Friday bullet. A weekly email on Friday telling him the things that he learned that week or the things that he has on his mind. And that's a really nice email to have because you can learn from the things he's learning and maybe you find some subject interesting and then you can, dive into it more. Use the 3-1-3 method again. So this is a campaign system that you can then apply. Now, let's say I get people, they go here and eventually they go to the bonus page, but from the bonus page, they never reached the checkout page. Because in here, in the bonus page, I'll make you an amazing offer for all the software tools and all these things. And because you went all the way from course number 1 to course number 4, let me do that. When you went all the way from course number 1 to course number 4, it means that you care. It means that if you're watching this right now, you're interested in the stuff that you're seeing, but you didn't like the bonus. So then again, on the bonus, I can send emails to everybody who went to the bonus, but not on the checkout, or run Facebook advertisements for people who went to the bonus, but never went on the checkout page. And this way, I can totally control the entire system and really work on bringing people up on my awareness ladder and raising awareness about what it actually is that they can do. So this is a funnel, this is how a sales funnel actually works, and creating this is way better than having a website for 95% of the people. Some people better have a website. Like the Vegan Entrepreneur has a WordPress blog as well. We have a funnel and a blog. But the blog is for creating content, having multiple writers, and it's a really good system for that. But for selling your product and actually getting your message out there and customizing it and custom tailoring it for each customer experience, a different experience, that's not possible on a normal website. You have to create a system in place that does this. And the beauty about this is that these ad campaigns, they run overnight. I go to bed and when I wake up, I see 20 new people entered from the ad into the landing page. And then from these 20 people, I see that 13 people actually entered over there. So while I sleep, I'm going to make money if I have the product at the end that the people end up buying. So what is it that you can create your product? How can you create a whole process like this that will help them and push them through the internet all the way to become your customer? So that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll have a bonus for you and it's going to be an amazing offer. Right now, if you go to the website, you can see that for €97 a month, you're going to get access to to a lot of things, but you're going to get access to the software. But tomorrow, and for the first 1,000 customers, we're going to have an amazing offer, including coaching and including everything. So make sure you stay tuned, and we are going to build together a basic funnel to create this process. So you can understand it, and you can actually see that we can create this within 10 minutes. So if you want to create a website or build websites or start building websites and selling it to other people, so you can actually raise a bit of money to start your true business, that's going to be interesting for you. So see you tomorrow, and thank you for watching and making it all the way through the course. Congratulations. Comment down below, let me know what you think about the course, and I'll see you tomorrow.